Welcome to the Rapture Files, only here on Spiritual Rapture Studios, where the truth don't whisper, it screams. Tonight, we take you deep into the manicured lawns of Fayetteville, Georgia, a quiet town with big secrets. Behind the gated smiles and southern charm, something evil was simmering. She was a stunning, successful nurse, a mother, a boss, a woman who had just landed a new dream job and was finally ready to leave her toxic marriage. But one man's control couldn't handle her freedom, and before the week was over, she'd be shot, burned, and buried in her own backyard. This is the tragic and twisted murder of Carrie Hardin and the shocking downfall of her husband, Kenneth Hardin Jr. Buckle up. This one, it cuts deep. Carrie Hardin was that woman, a powerhouse nurse, founder of a multi-million-dollar staffing business, and a loving mother to two beautiful sons. Her energy, unmatched. Her smile, the kind that could calm an entire emergency room. But behind that polished success was a man who didn't want her to shine. Her husband, Kenneth Hardin Jr., couldn't match her ambition, but oh, did he want to control it? Friends say the marriage had been rocky for a while. Carrie had one foot out the door. She was making plans. She had just accepted a new job at a VA hospital, out of state. Sis was ready to move on, and Kenneth, he knew it. But what Carrie didn't know is just how far he'd go to stop her. On August 20th, 2024, inside their Fayetteville home, neighbors heard nothing unusual. No screams, no shouts, no alarms. But sometime that day, Kenneth pulled out a gun and shot his wife. Not once, not twice, 9 times. Let that sink in. This wasn't rage. This was calculated. Then, in a scene straight out of a horror film, Kenneth dragged Carrie's body to the backyard. He burned her, covered her remains in debris, and buried her in a shallow grave behind the house. Like a secret he thought would never be unearthed. But the fire wasn't done spreading, because Kenneth made one mistake. He told someone. After confessing to a family member, Kenneth jumped in his car and took off, crossing state lines into Louisiana. 450 miles away in Covington, SWAT teams swarmed a roadside motel. Kenneth Hardin Jr. was arrested without incident. And back in Georgia, detectives uncovered the horror hidden behind Carrie's home. Her body, burned, buried, gone too soon. Neighbors were stunned. Friends were shattered. Her sons, motherless. This wasn't just a domestic dispute. This was a silencing of a brilliant Black woman who dared to choose herself. The court didn't hold back. Kenneth Hardin Jr. was found guilty of murder, concealing a death, and using a firearm in the crime. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole, plus an extra 10 years. But no sentence can restore what was taken. Carrie's family remembers her as vibrant, generous, and deeply committed to her community. Her sons are now being raised without the warmth of her embrace because of one man's fear of losing control. Annoyed. Let this be clear. Leaving should never be a death sentence. Carrie had plans. She had purpose, and she should still be here. We tell these stories to honor the lives behind the headlines. Carrie Hardin wasn't just another victim. She was a mother, a healer, a queen in scrubs, and a soul too powerful to be forgotten. Thoughtful. If you or someone you know is facing intimate partner violence, don't wait. Don't walk. Run. There is help. There is hope. And there is life after abuse. I'm your host, and this has been the Rapture Files, Falling Short of Glory, only on Spiritual Rapture Studios. Because the veil is thin, and the truth always finds its way through.